Welcome to the Transum Podcast, a monthly roundup of the new features on the transum.org website, providing mathematical puzzles, games, learning activities, and the ever-popular mathematics lesson starter of the day. Here's your host, John Tranter.
Hello, podcast listener. Well, I almost thought I heard a hello back there from you, wherever you are. So, of course, I've got no idea where you are listening to this, whether you are in a car or at a desk or jogging, who knows. But anyway, drop me a line. Let me know how you listen to this podcast if you get a moment. The address is transum@gmail.com. Welcome to podcast number 40. Wow, time flies. 40 podcasts. Who'd have believed that? Anyway, in a break with the tradition of the last 40 podcasts, I'm going to actually choose a puzzle of the month this time that I've already used a couple of years ago as the puzzle of the month. But the reason is that 2 weeks ago I heard the most wonderful solution to the puzzle that I'm sure you will appreciate. So, well, let's start with the puzzle. 3 people enjoy a meal at a restaurant. The waiter brings the bill for £30, so each person pays £10. Later, the chef realises that the bill should only have been £25, so he sends the waiter back to the table with £5 coins. Now, the waiter could not figure out how to divide the £5 between the 3 people, so he decided to give each person £1 back, and he kept the other £2 for himself. So, 3 people have paid £9 each for the meal. 3 nines are 27, and the waiter kept £2 for himself, so 27 plus 2 is 29. What happened to the extra pound? Okay, so while you ponder on that and prepare yourself for this novel answer, I will get on with the other items of news this month. So, what's been added to the website during the month of February? Well, the one I'm excited about at the moment is called Go Figure. It's a number placing puzzle in which interconnected addition, subtraction, multiplication and division calculations have to be created from the digits 1 to 9. And as I say, I really got quite excited when I saw pupils doing this activity for the first time. It can be used to introduce new problem-solving strategies to pupils, I suppose. Rather than concentrate on which digits could go in the available spaces, make a list of the digits that could not possibly go into the spaces. Sort of by process of elimination, then you'll work out where the digits should go. So you really need to try this for yourself to see what I mean and how the properties of the 4 rules can be analysed in the problem-solving thinking. Now, you need to click on the button that says Show Tags because that'll put the digits, tiny little digits, 1 to 9, around each space that you can eliminate one by one. So it's called Go Figure. And the links to all of the things I talk about in this podcast can be found in the newsletter, as usual, which is transum.org/newsletter. The next new item that was added last month is called Olympic Rings. And it was put together to coincide with the Winter Olympics, of course. But even though they finished, the fascination of this puzzle hopefully will live on during this inter-Olympic time. There are 3 levels of difficulty, with the lower levels being made easier with some pre-placed digits. So this makes the puzzle accessible to younger children, but also provides a starting point for advanced level proofs, investigations, whatever. So it's good for all abilities, really. Another new activity, another new resource, is called Map Scales, and it came about just because someone asked me for a good exercise on map scales, and I couldn't actually find one. There are 2 levels, And the second level introduces the tricky and not necessarily intuitive notion of area scale factors. So that's 2 10-question exercises with a little bit of a random number generated in there, so 2 people sitting next to each other won't necessarily get the same questions. There you go. Next, Barmy Bidmas is a new advanced lesson starter. And you will need to know a little bit about the order of operations, Bidmas. And you'll also need to know, but this is a bit of a spoiler, so close your ears if you don't want to hear, you'll also need to know the factorial notation to appreciate the subtlety of this mathematical wonder. Students could be challenged to make a similar calculation with the surprising value of... that can't read that out. Anyway, you'll have to read the newsletter to get that bit of information. Right, so the next activity is at the other end of the school, the younger children, and it is called Time Sort. It's the latest addition to the Telling the Time collection of resources. There are 3 levels, including digital times, analog clocks, and phrases to represent times. So try using with it. I recommend pupils in pairs and listen to the discussion generated about where to place the various cards. That's always quite revealing. Okay, another activity, my goodness, I've been busy in February, is called Sum to 1. And this is a set of decimal numbers on virtual cards, decimals that actually come in pairs that add up to 1. And you can use this set of cards for a pairs game, a multiple choice quiz, a tug of war game, and a snap game. So I hope that's not too much choice for you. The book I'm reading at the moment is Craig Barton's new book, How I Wish I'd Taught Maths, Lessons Learned from Research, Conversations with Experts, and 12 Years of Mistakes. I'm a great fan of Craig's podcasts. I listen to them on my Tuesday morning cycle ride, and this book collects together the insights Craig has collected from all of the educational experts he has interviewed. At the time of writing, I noticed on Amazon 93% of the reviewers had awarded the book 5 out of 5 stars. Can't be bad, can it? Anyway, I thoroughly recommend this book to you, and you'll find the link either in the transom.org shop or transom.org/newsletter.
You are listening to the Transom podcast. You can find Transom Mathematics at www.transom.org.
Thank you to those of you who have posted photographs on Twitter of the Transom activities being used in the classroom. It is so good to see that the work that went into creating the resources was worthwhile. So I really enjoy seeing those photographs posted on Twitter. Thank you very much indeed. And if you follow me on Twitter, that's @Transom, you may have noticed that my list of hidden gems on the Transom website has been growing from the 19 included in the last newsletter. And I've nearly got, over 40 now, and I think I will stop when I get to 50. But they're things that you may not have thought of searching for on the Transom website, but things that I think are pretty good. So have a look at them. Now let's continue the search for the missing pound from the puzzle of the month. So this puzzle is actually the starter for the 19th of June. So if you go and look up starter of the day for the 19th of June, you'll find it. But I'll finish off this podcast with Danny Baker on Radio 5 Live, his Saturday morning radio show. He'll restate the problem, and then he will give this fascinating alternative answer. So please enjoy, ladies and gentlemen, Danny Baker.
After all these years, and I don't presume anyone follows it, but one of the great conundrums, Peps, that I was ever said.
Oh, yes.
has now finally been solved, because I used to have this thing about the missing pound. Do you ever remember this?
No.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? So, supposing me, you, and Claire, who produces the show, go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
The bill comes to £30.
Oh, no, it's one of these.
Yeah, but listen, no, stay with this. The bill comes to £30,
Yeah.
right? We decide to split it 3 ways.
Yeah.
So we each put in a tenner.
Uh-huh.
Off goes the waiter. Mm-hmm. When he gets to the kitchen, the fella says, "No, you've overcharged them. It's only £25. Not 30. It's 25. Oh, so he gives him £5 coins to give back to us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. On the way back, the fella thinks, well, they seemed happy with it. I don't know. So he keeps £2 himself, and then comes back and says, "Sorry, I overcharged you. Here's £1 each back." Right. Mm-hmm. Now we've all paid £9 now, haven't we?
Yeah.
He kept £2. Mm. Where's the other £1 gone? 30 quid, right? Tenner each. Gets to the kitchen. Fella says, "You charged too much, give him a £5 back." On the way back, he thinks, "They didn't know. I'll have £2 of that myself." Then gives us £1 each back, so we paid £9. 3 9s are 27. He's got £2 in his pocket. That's 29. Where's the other £1 gone? Good,
But-
slice it any way you like.
Well, give me the solution then. Thankfully, I haven't had to ponder this for years like you, if you say there is...
After 30 years. Well, here it is.
No, but
Just
you're-
after... Right.
Yeah, no, go on.
An hour later, this is the solution. An hour later, right, 2 women come in, and they too spend £30 on the meal. Mm-hmm. They give 15 quid each, right? Goes to the kitchen, he says, "You've done it again. It's only 25 quid, that meal. Give them 5 quid back." So this time on the way back, he thinks, well, it worked before. I'm going to keep 3 quid this time, right? Mm-hmm. So he gives the women each £1 each back. Now they've paid £14 each. He's got 3 quid in his pocket. That's £31. There's the other £1. You see? I think that works out. So they now 14 and 3 quid. That's £31. I think either we've got 2 problems now, or we've got one that solves the other.
So there it is, the missing pound. Genius, isn't it? So, as I say, I heard this solution on the Danny Baker radio show, and I've actually included that excerpt, that audio excerpt, towards the bottom of the June the 19th Starter of the Day page, and it's well worth playing to your students. I think it's wonderful. So, all the best for the month ahead. That's all from me. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you for downloading and listening to the Transom podcast. You can find the website at www.transom.org, where you're welcome to use all of the activities absolutely free, or jump in with both feet and become a Transom subscriber.